to our Turning Pro Challenge Encore here. Had a lot of questions come in, so I thought I would do this encore to address some of those questions. So before we get started here, today's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Thank you for joining me or listening to the replay here. Okay, so again, I'll do a quick recap of what the Turning Pro Challenge is, and then I will dive into questions. First of all, what is Turning Pro Challenge? The idea behind Turning Pro Challenge is to become a professional trader. So a lot of times I get questions about how do I become a full-time trader. And actually, before I dive into this, just a quick disclaimer here, trading is a risky business. You are going to be risking your money if you are trading your live account. So just be aware of that there are potential for losses. All right, so let's dive into this. So many times, or most of the time, I get asked the question, I like to trade full time. Either somebody is, doesn't want to do the 9 to 5, or they're not happy in their current job. And this is something, or trading is something they have passion for and would like to trade full time. So I get asked this question a lot. How do I trade full time? Because I trade full time. This is my career. So this is a question that gets asked very often. So this is what the Turning Pro Challenge is, or I'm attempting to help people with through the Turning Pro Challenge. So how do we really do that? So the problem is that a lot of times when we first started, we get taught or told about all the money that we can make in this business. But we have to be aware that it's not really grabbing money out of thin air. It takes work. It takes learning. It's a new skill set that we have to learn. So we have to really sort of take that into consideration. So when we are going to really take it to the next level, so first we start this as a hobby, kind of a side thing we do, we play around with it. But when you really want to become professional, how do you do that? So this brings me to the question, who is this training for? This one will be for, so Turning Pro Challenge is for somebody who is wanting to learn more about trading. So if you're a beginner trader and you want to learn how to trade the right way, not really, buy the strategy and then all of a sudden you will make $1 zillion. That's not really what I'm attempting to do here. It's really, how do we do it right? What are the things that we need to pay attention to? This is the right way to go for you if you kind of fall into that category, or if you're an intermediate or advanced trader. And by that, I mean that you've been trading for a bit here, for a few years or for a period of time, and you have gone up and down, and you are tired of being on that roller coaster ride where you just make money, lose money, and want to really, you see the potential in this, but you don't really know how to become consistent with that. So this is a good way to practice those skills. Or if you want to become a professional trader, and by that I mean that you want to trade full time for yourself, so this is a good way to go about it. And the last one is, again, it does take work. So if you're willing to work at it, then this is a good training for you to take. But it is not a right training for somebody who hates trading and they think this is a scam. So a lot of times I do get comments like that on the lot of videos that I put on YouTube and so forth. And you know what? And it's okay. I'm not here to convert you. That's not really my goal here. If you don't like trading, that's totally fine. Maybe there's another investment opportunity that you would like better, real estate or other things like that. And that's totally fine. So this training would not be appropriate in that case. Or if you think that growing a trading account is all fake, people are just, it's snake oil and all that, and then this is not the right place here for you either, because in this case, we will be showing our accounts. So anybody who participates in this challenge, one of the things that we'll be doing is complete transparency. So I will be showing my account, all the trades, every single thing that I take will be shown during this trading. So you just want to make sure that that is something that you're looking for. But if you think it's all fake, then again, I'm not here to convert you. And if you're not really willing to work hard, because sometimes we think that we can just take a little course and become successful at it. It's not like that. This is like any other profession. You become a doctor, you become an engineer, you become a carpenter, anything. You have to learn the trade. And this is the same thing here. We have to grow the skill set. And once you have the skill set, we need to practice, and then we become really good at it. And even when you actually start doing it full time, there is still more to learn. It's just, it's something that you just keep on learning and growing. And again, if you're looking for something that will get you rich quickly, I don't really have the holy grail for that. So this may not be the right training. So what is this training really about? So let me just dive into that. I'll do a quick overview of that. So this is for somebody who is an amateur and wants to become a professional trader. And really, what is the definition of amateur is where you kind of dabble in it. You think this is kind of cool. It's a good, fun thing to do or make money on the side. Professional is where you're really trying to take it seriously. So it doesn't matter that you have to do this full time. I'm actually not suggesting that. But if you want to do it the right way, that's what it means by being a professional, where you are willing to put the effort that other people are not willing to put. So when you look at an amateur athlete, they will go play in a rec league, and they will do once a week or a couple times a week, then go have burgers and beers. But if you are a professional trader, a professional athlete, then you have to follow a strict diet. You have to follow a strict training regimen. You have to follow a strict practice regimen. So it just really takes a whole lot to become a professional. And that's what I'm here to show you the path, because you don't really know what it takes, right? Like, we don't know what are the steps that it would require to get to that place. Because if you're wanting to be a basketball player, then you go to the camp, you have a coach, and they guide you through this process of how do you go from playing in your backyard to actually playing in the basketball NBA, for example. But in this industry, there's really no one who does a really good job of that. So there are some places who will do that. If you want to go work for a prop firm or an institution, it's kind of hard to get into that. And for us retail traders, there isn't. If you did not want to work for an institution, I don't want to do that. I want to trade my own account. How do you do that? There's really no obvious path that will lead you there. So this is what I want to help everyone do, where we follow a process, and we establish some good behaviors, good patterns, and that's where it will get us the result that we want. So we are learning the right behaviors. So I answer the question, how do you become a professional trader? So there are 3 key things that we will do. The focus will be on preparation, execution, and review. Preparation is very, very important. Just like any athlete, we have to prepare before we go take trades. So as we have all heard, failing to prepare is preparing to fail, which is very, very true. So how do we really prepare? Every week, we start off with weekly market analysis. We'll take a look at what is the market direction, what are we expecting for the week, what are the technical levels that we are looking for, what kind of news, what kind of events do we expect during that week. And once we have a view of that, we will then create a plan. So this is what we are expecting. Now, that's not to say that those things will play out exactly how we have planned. Now, things may change, but we have a plan in place. So should things change, then we can basically account for those, because we know what our plan is, and we can make adjustments as we go. We will also do a daily market analysis, because weekly is not sufficient. We are taking trades every day. I am a day trader, so I'm looking for trading opportunities every day. So I have to be prepared every single day going into the market. So we'll do daily market analysis. Again, we'll look for the trend for 20 different pairs. Now, you don't have to trade all the 20 pairs, but at least we will take a look at them, because sometimes, let's say the US dollar crosses are not doing anything and the opportunity may be in the other crosses, or US dollar crosses may be doing great, so we don't need to worry about the other ones. So you can choose where you want to be or what pairs you want to trade, but we'll have a complete overview of the market every single day. And again, we'll have a plan for trading every single day. And execution, of course, once we are in the market, we need to understand what our rules are. So we'll define some rules. We'll have a clear trading strategy that we need to follow. And then we need to make sure that we are managing our risk, because things do go sideways from time to time, and we have to make sure we manage our risk. And review is one of the things that separates amateurs from professionals. It doesn't matter what professional capacity a person is in, whether it's an NBA player, football player, anything, they all review the tapes. They always go back and review the plans. Even if you're working as a professional in any capacity, when I used to work for a bank, when we did a project, at the end of the project, we always had a review. How did things go? What went right? What did not go right? How do we do this differently next time? What do we need to improve? It's the same thing with trading as well. And most people don't do this. Even if you do your daily analysis, I find most people really sort of skip this step because, you know what, it's not fun. But whether it's fun or not, professionals do things that amateurs are not willing to do. So anybody who wants to be successful has to do these steps. And the good thing is I'll be doing these things with you, so you don't have to do them on your own. If you don't know how to do them, don't worry about it. That's what I'm here for. So I'm here to help you through this process. And sometimes when you need to, some pressure to be put on, accountability, I will be providing that accountability as well. So in review, basically, we'll be evaluating our trades. Every single day, I will do a review of my own trades, and I will encourage you to show me your trades as well, so I can provide feedback, or at least you will be able to course correct just because you know somebody will be watching you or keeping an eye on you. We'll also ask similar questions. How did the markets behave? What setups were present? Did they play out? What market conditions were present? And so forth. So we'll do a daily review as well as a weekly review, because once we understand what we did well versus what needs to improve, we can actually take action on them. A lot of times people will come to me and say, well, I've been trading for 2 years and it's not working. So I ask them, okay, what part is not working? And they don't have a clear answer for that, because they haven't really taken the time to review, right? Because there are some things, whether if you're trading today, there are some things that you're doing correct. And we need to keep on doing this. And this is why people go from strategy to strategy and they go from system to system. But instead of doing that, we need to look at, okay, what is working? Let's keep doing that and do more of that. What's not working? What do we need to completely eliminate? And what do we need to change so that we can actually make progress? So those are the things that we'll be working on as well. So basically, in the end, really this challenge is about how can I trade for a living? Again, you don't have to be trading full-time at this point, but at some point, if this is a dream of yours that you want to trade for yourself, this process here will prepare you for doing just that. So this is kind of the overview of what I will be doing, but the nitty-gritty here, really, let's take a look at this. So the Turning Pro Challenge it's $997, but the stuff that you'll be getting through that is worth way more. And this, I really wish this thing was around when I learned how to trade, because I learned so many different bad habits and just wrong way of doing things, and just very short-term focused things that I wish somebody had come to me and said, Raman, look at a long-term view. If you want to do this for the next 20 years, how do you need to go about it today so that you can actually stay the course? So in this one, like I said, we'll have a weekly, actually, this is different. So we'll have a weekly training. So not only am I giving you the process, but every week we'll do an education session. So the course that I have currently, I'm redoing that course. So I will be teaching you all my strategies, everything that I do. How do I look at the market? How do I evaluate the fundamentals? What am I looking for in technicals? What setups am I looking for? Which ones work well? Which ones maybe not so much? What do I need to watch out for each particular setup, for example? All of those points will be covered in the weekly training webinar. So we'll do that every single week. And then you will have access to this for the rest of your life, because this is the educational part of this challenge. So that is yours to keep forever. And then we'll do daily market analysis. This will be done after the New York close every single day. If you cannot attend in person, it will be recorded. All these things will be recorded, by the way. So this will be recorded and you can view it whenever you have time, but it will give you a trade plan. So it will show you what pairs are maybe looking good, where are the good trade setups for that day, and how can you then plan your trading based on that. So you can do it live with me, or if you can't, then you can watch the video. And then we'll have accountability programs. So this is where I feel this is what nobody else offers. So I have not come across any training in our industry that offers an accountability program. You can do one-on-one mentoring, but I have done that a bunch of times. I just did not get the same type of accountability that I would have liked to. So accountability is really the differentiating factor. So what does that mean? It means that basically I am not asking you to do anything I am not prepared to do myself. So I will put my money where my mouth is. I will show you all my trades. I will be fully transparent. I will show you the account, everything behind the scenes on that. I will show you my trade journals. So I will be doing everything so that you are doing. So I am part of the team and I am playing at the same game that you are playing, right? So we'll do this together. So accountability programs. So I will be asking you to show your account as well. But again, I highly recommend doing a demo account with this one. You'll have plenty of the rest of your life to trade. So I say you can always trade on the side, but do a demo account and take the trades. Show me the trades that you're taking. Show me your trade journal, because I'll be asking for those things. So we will we'll hold each other accountable, and we'll do this together. And then, of course, my trading setups and signals, I will be showing you my account, so you can log into, or not log into my account, only I will be able to log into my account, but we'll set up my FX book, and you can look at any of the trades. So I will give you a full view of that, and you can see what trades I'm in, what my targets and stuff are. And as I close out the trades, you can do the same, but I'll also be posting them when I take the trade. So if you are interested in following the trade, again, do it in demo. So you can do that. So it's full transparency, as well as that support with sending you the trading signals and setups. And of course, we have a private Facebook group so that we can connect. I will be in the private Facebook group here answering questions and asking you to do things. So you'll have full access to me. You can ask me a question at any time, and I will respond to your question and help you with whatever challenge you may be facing. And like I said, live account sharing, no one does this, or at least I don't know anybody who does this. This is something that I started last year. And if you followed me last year, you know I showed you the good, bad, and the ugly. This time I'm taking it to the next level. where I will show everything to anybody who signs up for the challenge. For those who don't, I will do a weekly video, but it won't have everything. But this one here will have everything. Essentially, you can go into my FX book and look at it at any time. So completely transparent here. So just this is the recap. You'll get the weekly training webinars. You'll get daily analysis videos from me. You'll have an accountability program. My trade setups and signals will be in there. Private Facebook group, of course. And then you'll have a live trading account, my live trading account that will be shared. And you will start with a similar dollar figure in your demo account. And I will be asking you to share that as well. And that's really to hold yourself accountable so that you can then push on and get to the next level. So that's what this is for. And the normal cost for this will be $19.97. But since we are doing this, this is today, so it will be half price till Monday here, Saturday midnight, I think. Sorry, we start on Mondays till Saturday midnight. The price will be $9.97. So that's what we have. Okay. So now what I would like to do is, oh, actually, I completely forgot. Very, very important thing. I think this is the fun part here as well. You have a chance to get funded by me as well for a $5,000 account. So what I'm asking for is for everybody to show me the trades, right? Show me the trades, show me a trade journal. So a person who follows the process, a person who's making the right decisions, not based on greed or fear. They're actually doing everything I'm asking them to do and doing it the right way. They will have a chance to actually trade a $5,000 account that I have. So that's the challenge here. So you can get a funded account if that's something that is preventing you from really taking this trading by its horns. You'll have $5,000 account that you can trade. So the process there is, first we do the demo account. So you'll show me that for 90 days, and then we'll do a small account funding, and then once for 3 months, and then you get $5,000 account that you can trade on my behalf. So that's the bonus here. And the next one, so that's it. All right. So now questions. I had a lot of questions that came up. So let me go through the questions as after, well, since we're done with this now. So I'm just going to read some questions here and I'll answer them. So what I just said was the first question was, what exactly will you be doing during this entire time? So I have answered that question. Now, so can you tell me about the best trade you took during the previous trading challenge? You know, the best trade that I took that I had in the previous challenge was, let me just see if I can pull it up. Okay, I'm just going to try to see if I can pull it up here. Okay, just a moment. So I think I need to, I don't think I actually did a PDF here. I may have to unshare it and then I'll share it back again. Okay, so I think I've stopped sharing. I'm going to go back here and go to my PowerPoint. Let me know if my PowerPoint here is visible. Okay, so I'm going to assume you can see my screen here. Basically, this was the best trading day that I had. So if you recall, I started the account last year with $3,500 in that, and grew that account to actually I ended. Okay, I'll talk about that later. So I grew that account over time. It was up quite a bit at 1.300%. And the best trading day for me was this one here. I think it was in May here, and closed multiple trades. So in one day, I made $2,435.59. After taking off the commission. So that was the best trading day that we had. It was awesome. So we'll see if we can replicate the success again. So I'm going to stop sharing this and go back to my PDF once again. But that was a question that came in, so just wanted to make sure I did address that. All right, so next question here. Okay, so next question here. What are the top 3 trading setups that you'll be teaching us? So with this one, I will show you the stuff that I like pivot points, for example. I really like those, but more so than the technical setups. So I will share with you like pivot points, pin bars, double top, double bottom. So if you followed me on my channel, pretty much everything my 10,000 trade show that I do, all the setups that are in there, morning star, evening star, head and shoulders, all of those will be covered because I am a price action trader. So those are the things that I look for. But more importantly, I will show you how to view the market in its entirety. So how do we know when to take those setups and when not to take those setups? Because there are times when you do not want to get into those setups. So we will address all of those. We'll talk about technicals, fundamentals, how to view sentiment in the market, and market correlations between like Canadian dollar and oil, for example, fractional disparity between when to trade pound versus New Zealand dollar, that type of stuff, the odd crosses here, monetary policy, fiscal policy, all of those things will be covered in the training. All right, so what markets will you be trading? I'll just be trading, well, actually, I will be trading the Forex market. That's my main one. But when we do the analysis, the daily analysis, I do take a look at commodities. So we take a look at gold, so gold, silver, copper, oil. Those are the 4 I look at. And then I also look at equity markets. So looking at S&P 500, NASDAQ, DAX. Then we take a look at Nikkei and FTSE, all of those. So I look at equity markets as well, just because equity markets, I think this year, I think we'll have let's see if equity markets drop this year, because that could present a really good opportunity for us to benefit in Forex when equity markets go down. So I am really sort of looking at that. So we've started looking at a variety of things. Oh, and Bitcoin as well. I do Bitcoin just for fun. But those are all the different markets we're looking at. But in terms of trading, I just trade the Forex. All right, do you need any special software? No special software is needed. You can use whichever platform you use, whichever broker you use. There's no requirement to change any of that. I use MT4. So if you use MT4, I can give you my templates that I have, the way my charts are set up, and I will give you the indicators that I'm using, pivot point and so forth. So you'll get those as well. And then stops, question around stops, using stops, and should we be using stops? I am I'm in the favor of using stops, because the reason for that is, and somebody asked this question, because they get wiped out a lot of times. Well, sometimes they get wiped out. However, it's one of those things, like you need to know your limit. And because we do not do that very well. That is the problem. So we have to make sure that, sorry, got a little distracted there. Yeah, so we have to make sure that we have stops in place, because if you cannot control it. But, the whole, should you use stops or not, it's a bigger discussion. I will leave it up to you, but I recommend using stops. And do I take them off sometimes? Actually, I do take them off sometimes when I'm expecting a certain thing to happen in the market. Let's say volatility goes up and I'm expecting it to be volatile for a short period of time. I may remove stops and then come back and put them in, and so forth. So again, it's a bigger discussion, and we can definitely have that in the challenge. Okay, so how long do I typically stay in the trade? Maybe a day, 2 days, sometimes 3 days, but I am a short-term trader. All right, I've been burnt before by purchasing trading products before. Yours sounds great, and I want to believe in you, but I also don't want to be a sucker again. Good point. Why are you different, and why should I put myself in this position? So I would say the reason I'm different, or this program, let's talk about this program. Why is this program different? Because this is like a coaching environment that we do not get anywhere else. So if you want to get good at anything, it's best to go find some environment where you get coached by somebody who has been there before. So I have gone through all kinds of sticky situations in my trading. I have blown accounts. I have gone through those times when I wasn't disciplined. I traded greed, fear, you name it, and I've done it. So when you've been through the paces, you start to learn certain things about yourself, about how do you manage those things, and then how do you kind of get control over those things so that you do better the next time. So because I've been there before, and I may be a little further ahead than you are today, I can tell you what's coming up and how do you basically take care of that issue. And that's why accountability is a big thing in the program. It's easier, let me tell you, it's way easier to put out a program where I don't have to do anything. I record a free videos and then sell it. Right? I could sell it for the same amount. There are people who charge $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 for their programs, but I'm trying to put a lot of time and effort into this because I truly do want you to be successful, and I want to be a different person who's not just pushing programs. So I am doing a lot more, or willing to put a lot more time and effort into this than someone else may be willing to put and yet charge the same amount. And also another thing is being transparent, right? Like, just being transparent is very, very hard because you'll get judged, right? Doesn't matter, good trade, bad trade, all the decisions will get questioned. And that's hard. That's extremely hard to do. So I think those are some of the things that will make this program different. So basically, I'm working with you in this program. All right. Do you compound your trade size? Yes. As the account grows, the trade size will grow as well. And actually, another question had come through asking, how much money do I expect to make from the $5,000 account? I am basically just looking for a 10% return a month. And as the size grows, that 10% will grow as well. So not really looking to go nuts with it. So I'm looking for about 10% a month. That's my kind of rule of thumb that I'm looking for. All right, $9.97 is a lot of money for me. While I think this is a fair price, how can I justify this investment of my money and time will be worth it? So I think I kind of answered that question, because you will not find this type of a program anywhere else at this price point. So I'm putting a lot of time and effort into it, and I will be pushing you to do the same, in the sense that I'll put you through the paces. It's a boot camp. It's a short, intensive program. Learn to do it the right way, and then you'll be set. Okay, what happens after 90 days? After 90 days, we won't have the accountability. And actually, let me answer another question. Why did I pick 90 days? Because they say it takes 90 days to form a habit. So what I'm really trying to teach through this program is to form the right habits, right? Once you do the right habit, it will make a world of difference. I'll actually give you a little example. This year, I started a 100-day challenge for myself. So I have to go to the gym 100, or I have to work out 100 days in a row. No days off, just do 100 days in a row. So let me tell you, first week was awful. Second week was even harder because I was so sore from the first week. So about week 4 was where it started to sort of, become normal. So now and this is where I am, I'm at day 21. And now I go to the gym. I just have to go, right? So before I do anything else, it's just starting to get programmed into my mind that you just go to the gym, you get more efficient at getting ready for the gym and working out there. And you know that you're doing it over a period of time. So you're not trying to kill the golden goose in a single day. So we're not trying to get all the, squeeze all the juice out of it in a single day. So it just starts to become a habit, and you start seeing yourself in a different light. So if you do everything that I'm asking you to do in this challenge, you'll have a different image of yourself. Like you'll see yourself as somebody who's willing to do the tough things. And because of that, your results will be different. So if somebody were to go or work out for 100 days, will there be a difference in their muscle mass, in their body, in how they look? Let me tell you, yes. Even now, I'm starting to I'm full of energy now. And I actually haven't really eaten a whole lot today, but I feel so I feel like I have so much energy. Anyway, I digress, but it's the same type of thing that we will be doing. Okay. And after 90 days, basically, you will have the option of joining my trade room, where there will be no accountability. So because you would have learned those habits, but we'll be doing the daily analysis, the trading signals, the weekly analysis. We'll do a weekly educational webinar. All of those things will still be there, except the accountability part. So you'll have the support from you if you choose to. It's not a requirement, but you will have all the tools that you would need, and you can do this on your own as well. So you don't have to keep on doing that. Okay, so Raman, I saw some of your videos from the last challenge, and I admire your transparency in some of your difficulties as well as your successes. Did you find it challenging in being so open with the trading community? You know what? I did find it really difficult. Well, it's not that I found it really difficult. It was okay in the beginning, but then I started to attract a lot of trolls. So when you try to do something that is different than other people, you'll find that it doesn't matter if you're doing really well or not doing well. People will just start commenting, right? So sometimes even when you're doing the right thing. So I started attracting a lot of trolls, and that made things really, really difficult. People were bashing me, all kinds of different comments. But let me say, 95% or even 98% of the comments were really, really good, really supportive. They were the most watched videos. Everybody wanted to know every week, how did I do that week? What was the result? And it was good. It was good. So there was a lot of positive community that got created around that. But then again, there were the negative sides as well. And that's why it was challenging. And just being open is hard, especially in this, it's like showing your finances to someone. right? It's just hard because then people sometimes tend to judge, well, why did you do this? Why didn't you do this? You could have done this, right? So there's a lot of that. But let me tell you, it's even harder when you're not doing so well. So I showed times when there was, oh my God, 1 week where I really took a big hit because people were trolling me. My mindset was shot and it was just hard. So that period where I did not do so well, there was a whole time period where I was not doing so well. I was so conflicted internally, and I really just didn't even want to look at the comments in my YouTube channel. So that time was really hard. But you know what? I decided to soldier on, and I posted all the bad stuff as well. So this time I'm now I know what to expect. So now I'm a bit more prepared on how to deal with these things. Okay, so what about after completing your course, will I be classified as professional trader? You will have all the skill set that you will need to be a professional trader. So this is like attending a camp, right? So we send our kids or people go to basketball camps to learn how to play basketball properly. So they go to these pro camps. And that's what this is about. This is like pro camp. So does that mean you will, after going to the camp, you will play in NBA? Probably not, but you'll have all the skills that if you practice, if you continue to do them right, then yes, you'll get to that point. Did I develop my own strategies? Yes and no. So I developed my own processes and way of looking at the market, right? But in terms of did I find double top, double bottom? No. I mean, those are setups. Those are part of technical analysis. We all learn that. But what do you need to watch for? When to take those double tops, double bottoms? Those are kind of the things that you develop. And how do you look at the market? What are you supposed to do in the morning? Like the market analysis and stuff like that. Those are some of the processes that I have put together for myself and my own way of doing it. And again, as you will learn skills, you will find that you'll create your own, right? You will learn things from me, and then you will apply them in your own way, in a way that suits your personality. So that's what I have done as well. But I've taken tons and tons of courses in the now I don't really take any courses because now it's more about implementation, right? You just need to better yourself, and it's more about internal strife rather than learning the skill. Now I know the fundamentals and the technicals and the sentiment and all of that, but it's more about mastering yourself. So self-mastery and discipline than anything else. So you will do the same as well. Okay, I work 3 days a week and 2 days, so 3 days part-time, 2 days full-time. Will I be able to do the challenge? Yes. You can still do the challenge. Now, it will take, once you know what I'm asking for, it will take very little time to really do it. So what are the things that will take time? You will have to spend about an hour on the educational component of it. So I'm teaching you the strategies. So you'll have to find an hour a week to do that. If you want to attend the daily market analysis, that will be about 20 to 30 minutes every single day. So you would have to set aside that time. And then accountability at the end. So you want to do your daily journals. That will take about 15 minutes. And on a weekly review, that will take about half an hour or so to do. And then filling out the accountability components, it will take you another half an hour. So that's kind of what we are looking for. So basically, let's say 3 to 4 hours a week for the next 90 days. So you have to be able to commit that time to it. But yes, you can do it with your job. You can do it if you're working full-time, part-time, or whatever else. So it doesn't really stop you from doing that. Do I do swing trading or daily? I do daily. I'm more of a short-term day trader to maybe very short-term 2 to 3 days. So not a long-term trader. I failed at trading many times. Are you going to be able to help me to stick and develop trading discipline? Yes, I will help you develop trading discipline. So if you follow the process that I have laid out for you, you will develop trading discipline. Again, it's not about doing everything right on the first day of the challenge, but by the time you're halfway through, you want to be doing the things smoothly, and it'll start to become a habit. Then if you go to bed without doing it, you know, part of your brain will be like, oh, I didn't do it, I need to go take 10 minutes and go do it. So it'll start to become second nature. Are we likely to see positive account growth over the 90 days? Yes, that's what I am aiming for. Like I said, I'm looking for about 10% a month from my own account. And that's what I'll be aiming for. So that's the plan. Now, markets change, right? Things happen. So can it be guaranteed? I cannot guarantee that. But the aim is, the goal is to have positive account growth in the 90 days and over the course of the year. So that's that. What time of the day will the training webinars be held, and will they be recorded? Now, I'm looking at who is in the challenge. So depending on where people are based, I'll try to find a time that will work for most people. Now, it may not work for everybody, because we're getting people from different parts of the world, which is awesome, exciting, but which also means that some things will not be in the right time zone for you, but they will be recorded. Everything will be recorded. And of course, I will be in the group, in the Facebook group. So you will have that. So don't worry about that. All the videos will be recorded. You can view them when you have time, and you can interact with them, with me in the Facebook group. I answered the question about commitment of time on a daily basis. Can I use PayPal? Yes, you can use PayPal to pay for this. And somebody sent a question, just watch your webinar replay. Your program is exactly what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, the cost is not something I can pay for currently. I would love to know when the next time you'll be hosting this. You know what? This is my last time when I did the Turning Pro Challenge. It was just me. I didn't really do it as a group. So I'm not sure if I'll be running it again, but that's not to say that I won't. This is like a trial run to see if I like doing it and how much time and effort it takes. And because this is the first time sort of going at it, the price point is sort of low as well. And I think as it kind of gets going, I'm not sure if I'll be doing it at least at the same price point. I think we may have to raise up the price point, but because it takes a lot of effort. But for now, I think this is a good time to do it. I think it's a great investment, in my opinion, if I may say so myself, because I'm telling you, I have paid like $5,500 for a course, and I did not get this. It was just a 4-day, you go to a weekend workshop, spend $5,500, and then you're done, right? So there was no accountability. There was nobody really watching or supporting you in actually implementing the concepts. There was none of that. So I think this is a great opportunity to get involved and work as a team. Okay, next one. What is the importance of pre-market analysis for day trading? You know, this is for preparation. We have to know what we are expecting. So we need to have a plan as we go into a day. So that's what the pre-market analysis is. What specific things will I learn? I think I went through that already. I like to join, but I'm employed full-time, and my daily schedule varies. So like I said before, everything will be recorded, and you can jump into the Facebook group anytime you want, and you'll be able to ask me questions, and you'll be able to get a response to those. But everything will be recorded, so you can definitely do it on your own time. Okay, how does one know that their mentor is a professional trader or just someone making their money by making trading videos? Good point. So, like I said, I will be showing you everything behind the scenes. So, you will have full access to me. And as you can see, the amount of time and effort that will go into this, plus the full transparency, there's nowhere to hide. So, you will know if I suck or do I know my stuff. So, hopefully, you have seen some of my videos and you can see what my knowledge level is. I can't say I'm the best trader in the world because that's what I'm working towards. So that's why part of the reason I'm doing the challenge is for myself as well, because it's doing the hard things that really separate the wheat from the chaff, right? So anyway, so it will you will know. You will know. Nobody else wants to do this. Be this transparent and be or open themselves up to all kinds of negativity and ridicule and judgment. But this is what I will be doing. So be gentle. Do you have a refund guarantee? In this case, unfortunately, there are no refunds because this is the program is really intensive and it takes a lot of time and effort. So it's not like I've just created the videos, you can watch them and refund the money. So there's no refund program, unfortunately, for this. The best way to get the most out of your investment is to really do what I'm asking you to do. So really implement these things and your return on the investment would be spectacular then. Is there a payment plan? No, we do not have a payment plan. Generally, when I want a payment plan, I just put it on my credit card. But like I mentioned in the webinar the other day, please do not take the program if you're like drowning in debt, because it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea to try to dig yourself out of a hole by digging another hole, right? So I will leave it at that. What was the end result of your last trading challenge? All right, the end result of my last trading challenge was that first, we started the account with $3,500 and grew it to, at the end of the year, it was at $6,074. So that was about 74% return for the year. I went through some hard times in the middle when, like I said, there was a lot of criticism and a lot of negativity, and it kind of went into this almost a depression there. And I had to then dig myself out of that. But I'm happy to say that I finished the year on a positive note there. So this year, having learned all the lessons that I learned from the last challenge, my goal is to apply those lessons and hopefully do outperform the previous year. So those are the questions. And I don't, are there any other questions, new questions? I don't think we have any new questions. Okay, so that's all that I have. So before I just wrap it up here, the deadline here is Saturday midnight. On Monday, I'll be going live with the challenge. So make sure you get yourself signed up. This is again, there's always other stuff that's going on in the life, but sometimes these opportunities come up that are the right opportunities to take, and looking back at them, you feel like you're glad you did it. So I think this is one of those times where it's a good idea to do it. I think we're going to have tons of fun. We're going to work hard, and at the end of it, I think we'll look back at this, you and me included as well. We'll look back at this and we'll be glad we did it. So that's all I will say for this. To sign up, there's a link in the description. So please feel free to access that and sign up for the challenge. I'll be thrilled to have you in the group and be working with you. There are already people who have signed up, and I'm just so excited to get started on this. All right, you guys, have a wonderful Valentine's Day, whatever your plans may be for today. And I look forward to seeing you on the challenge. Bye for now.